Mazuma TV, what's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. We in the building as always, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive weekend. I'm back chilling at the crib, man. Back at y'all with another Mazuma TV's Keys to Victory. If you didn't check out 5 ways Demetrius Andrade could defeat David Benavidez, go check it out on my channel, man. I streamed it about a day ago, man. And I'm back at y'all with the opposite side of the coin. And there's 5 ways David Benavidez can defeat Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying, man? If you're enjoying the content, man, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, of course, man. Share the video, man. I appreciate the nation and the mob for making this possible. Now, let's really get into this. You know what I mean? 5 ways, like I said, David Benavidez beats Demetrius Andrade. This fight will be going on later on tonight. I believe the card starts at 8 p.m. And this is going to be, in my opinion, the toughest fight of both of these guys' careers. You know what I mean? I think they both pose challenges to each other that they've never faced before in the professional ranks. So let's get into what David Benavidez needs to do, man. Starting off with number one, I think it's going to be very imperative that David Benavidez uses his jab consistently throughout the course of this fight. Now, David Benavidez does use his jab consistently throughout the fight. However, it's the way in which he throws it is going to be very important in this fight. You know what I mean? Because David Benavidez has a tendency of only shooting single jabs. You know what I mean? And with Demetrius Andrade being such a great counterpuncher, I feel like David Benavidez is going to have to throw this jab in multiples and twos and threes, you know what I mean, to get to his ultimate goal. And his ultimate goal is finding his way inside, you know what I mean, getting inside or just shooting from close range, because that's when Benavidez is most effective. The jab will get him there, but single jabs will get countered. You know what I mean? So simple and plain, he's going to have to throw his jabs and multiples. No single jabs, because that's something that Demetrius Andrade could take advantage of throughout the course of the fight. And I don't think that's something that Benavidez wants to deal with. You know what I mean? Number two, Benavidez is going to have to start fast in this fight, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Looking at David Benavidez's career, he's notoriously a slow starter. You know what I mean? Slow starter. And he usually starts to turn it up within the mid to late rounds. And I honestly feel like he's going to need to start off pretty fast in this fight. And I say that because Andrade likes to start fast, and he throws big shots from the very beginning. And that's a big reason why he gets knockdowns early in fights. He punches hard, and Benavidez is going to have to respect this. So if he wants to be able to neutralize Demetrius Andrade's offense, he might have to be first. You know what I mean? And for him to be first, he's going to have to start off a little bit early, man. Benavidez is going to have to match his energy and really just avoid that early damage that Demetrius Andrade may possibly cause, you know what I mean, in the early rounds of this fight. And an interesting statistic that I actually picked up on while looking through Demetrius Andrade's box rec is that out of the 19 KOs that he has in his career, 14 of them were early on in the fight. You know what I mean? That's a 74% knockout ratio in the earlier rounds. We have to take that as Demetrius Andrade being a fast starter. You know what I mean? And what I've also noticed along with that is he doesn't really get too many knockouts within the later rounds. Like we saw with Willie Nelson and stuff like that. But by that time, Willie Nelson had accumulated so much damage, he had just fell off of exhaustion. So I think the later that Andrade goes into the rounds, the safer Benavidez is statistically from what I've seen in his fights. You know what I mean? So that's number two. He has to start fast and match Demetrius Andrade's energy. You know what I mean? Number three, this is something that's obvious. You know what I mean? This is probably people's number one. But in all honesty, David Benavidez is going to have to do a consistent job at cutting off the ring efficiently. You know what I mean? Because we already know, obviously, Demetrius Andrade is a slick out boxer whenever he wants to be. And he uses his legs consistently throughout the fight. You know what I mean? Or at least if he needs to. In all honesty, David Benavidez is going to have to beat him to the direction that he's going in. And if he's able to cut off with his lead foot, if he's able to cut off Demetrius Andrade going to his right and things of that nature, it'll make a smoother transition towards executing his game plan, which is ultimately getting on the inside, closing the gap, and letting off his fast combination punching. You know what I mean? So hopefully he's able to do so, because if he just follows him around the ring, he will get outboxed by Demetrius Andrade. You know what I mean? So it's just as simple as that, man. Cut off the ring. Don't follow the man. And once you cut off the ring, you got to get straight to it because Demetrius Andrade is very capable of punching with you and tying you up to frustrate you and make the referee get involved so he can get back to the center of the ring. You know what I mean? So that's number 3. Cut off the ring constantly, consistently, effectively. You know what I'm saying? So number 4, this is something that I really feel like could really help David Benavidez in this fight, and it's punching with Andrade. You know what I mean? Punching with Andrade along with creating offense off of the high guard. You know what I'm saying? Because David Benavidez has a tendency of shelling up with the high guard and not really punching off of it. You know what I mean? He'll just wait until an opponent is finished punching, and then he'll go back to applying the pressure and going back to what he does best. But in all honesty, I think he's going to have to find ways to create offense off of that high guard to disrupt Demetrius Andrade's offense. You know what I mean? And I think if he's able to do so, catching and shooting specifically, it could create opportunities to hurt Andrade. You know what I mean? Because you're most vulnerable as a fighter defensively while you're throwing punches. So I hope that that's something that David Benavidez has really been working on, man. Punching with Andrade to disrupt his offense and then create offense off of the high guard. Sorry about that. Off of the high guard to hurt Andrade. You know what I mean? Or just land clean, effective punches that could break him down later on in the fight. You know what I mean? So that's number 4. Punching with Andrade, create offense off of the high guard. Simple and plain. Number 5, you know what I mean? Last but not least, but consistently land body shots. You know what I mean? And I say this because legs is going to be a real key to victory for Demetrius Andrade. You know what I mean? He's going to be using his movement as much as possible to keep David Benavidez off balance and making sure that his feet's not set because with somebody like David Benavidez, if his feet aren't set, it's not very likely that he's going to be punching. And if he is punching, he will be off balance, falling over his shots, and that's things that Andrade could take advantage of. So the whole thing is you want to take the legs from Andrade because once you take the legs off of him, it'll make him a sitting duck. You know what I mean? It'll make him a sitting duck. And if you accumulate those body shots, he'll stand in front of you. And that's exactly what David Benavidez wants. Attempt to make him a sitting duck. The more flat-footed Andrade is, the better. You know what I mean? And once he gets him in a situation where he's not moving as much or his legs are completely gone, and him being a 35-year-old man, it might be possible that his legs may not be the same, which plays in Benavidez's favor. And once he gets those opportunity, man, he needs to sneak in those body shots behind that fast combination punching that he usually does, and he does that pretty well. So I'm sure that's something that's definitely going to be seen throughout the fight. You know what I mean? So land consistent body shots, take the legs from Andrade, and sneak in them body shots in between that fast combination punching. He varies his shots real well. This is something that I'm pretty confident he will do in the fight. You know what I mean? So those are the 5 keys to victory for David Benavidez right there, man. If you still tuned in watching this, man, I greatly appreciate it, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what y'all think. Those are the 5 keys to victory. So to sum it up for you guys, man. Number 1, using the jab, but more than one. You know what I'm saying? He's most effective when he's on the inside, and that jab, if he shoots it, if he shoots more than one, will neutralize Demetrius Andrade from countering Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? And that'll help him get straight into his game plan. You know what I mean? Number 2, start fast. Benavidez is a slow starter. He needs to pick it up early and not just wait until the mid to later rounds to pick it up. Andrade likes to start fast and throw big shots, and he gets knockdowns early. So Benavidez is going to have to pay attention to that, and he's going to have to neutralize that early if he wants success as quick as possible. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, cut off the ring. This is pretty obvious because Andrade is a mover, and with Benavidez being the pressure fighter, he wants to bring the fight to him. He's going to have to cut off the ring to make Andrade fight his fight. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, punch with Andrade. Create offense off of the high guard. He shells up during the high guard. So if he creates offensive opportunities off the high guard, it'll help him land more cleaner, effective shots that could break Demetrius Andrade down later on throughout the course of the fight. Punching with Andrade will neutralize his offense as well, so that could really play to his advantage if his ultimate goal is to beat him, you know what I mean, which obviously it is. Number 5, consistently land body shots throughout the course of the fight. Demetrius Andrade is going to be using his legs throughout this entire fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obvious that's what he's going to do. So landing the body shots will take the legs from Demetrius Andrade slowly but surely. And you want to attempt to make him a sitting duck by any means necessary, because The more flat-footed Demetrius Andrade is, and the less he's using his legs, the better it plays to Benavidez's style. You know what I mean? And once he gets him in those positions, he needs to sneak in them body shots behind fast combination punching. You know what I mean? So those are my 5 keys to victory, man. If you enjoyed this video, like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and click all so you'll know when I'll be going live and posting videos. I will be doing a live fight commentary tonight, so go check it out. And I'll be coming out with a fight prediction as well, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Mazuma TV. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.